You're welcome. Yes, my name is Olafemi Stephen, for those who don't know, and I'm the Chief Midwives Branch. So let's leave the long story about the name, how the name came about being the Chief Midwives Branch. The name has come to stay, and that is it for now. So let's move on. So introduction. So let's use this. Some people don't know what the Rant session is about. So this session is about we just rubbing minds, just talking about everything that has to do with the NHS application, everything we are facing, things you want to talk about, because most people find it difficult to share with their friends. Let me put it that way. There are some friends that you don't want to share some stuff with. But you attending to your NHS applications alone can be like a problem on its own, based on the fact that you might have some bottleneck in some places. Not having people you can share it with can be a problem. So I decided to create this session where, yes, once in a while we can come have our talks, and at least to calm your nerves, to know that you are not the only one in this journey. There are a lot of people in this journey. A lot of people, some have to do with, like somebody yesterday was just chatting me up about, she couldn't do her NMC registration. So I was like, why? What's happening? Why can't you do NMC registration? She said, that she's been trying to do it too, that they asked her for, what they call it, for PIN. I said, no, you don't need to put PIN. As far as you're an international applicant, you don't need to put PIN. Just leave it that way and do what you have to do. She was like, know that that's what she has been facing. So it just took me only 20-30 minutes. I sorted it out for her and she was happy. So now imagine she didn't have that discussion with me. She will still be seeing people doing their applications, and she can't do her stuff. So that goes with also people that has to do with IELTS application, most importantly. So CBT, people like find it easy to do, but IELTS, yes, we don't do coaching on IELTS, but at least I have some one or two that link I can give to you. Okay, go and watch and help yourself out in your application. That makes life better for people. So that is what this the Rant session is all about. So that's Go and sit down. Thank you. Thank you, Corey. Go and sit down. Corey, okay. So basically, your voice matters. So feel free to talk about your issues and let's work towards solutions together. That's what the Rant session is all about. Because I can't attend to everybody on the go. But having a group session like this makes life easy for everybody. So let's move on. At least now you know what the Rant session is all about. So for those just joining, you know what the Rant session is all about. So now let's move on to the next agenda for the day. Now, within the week, I can't count how many applications I've had to review, I've had to look into, and I keep seeing the same recurring mistakes with people's applications. Let's say in Africa as a whole, I've seen most nurses that are applying Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and the likes. I'll see applications, and yet you do not upgrade yourself. Yes, in Africa, see, I'm not missing what I'll say the way it is. Most nurses, midwives, all you guys do is, apologies if it sounds somehow, but most people don't upgrade themselves. The only time you go upgrade yourself is when they say, "Oh, for your CPD, so you can get your license, you can renew your license." But not much people are doing it for the sake of, yes, I want to actually learn. I want to actually move from one level to the other to know that yes, I've actually gotten knowledge. So you just do, oh, I did this CPD on this, I did this CPD on that. And it's now when you now start applying for NHS now, you now start looking for those things. No, you should make it a culture to say that I want to upgrade yourself. Your field is something that needs constant upgrading. And you now applying, you see somebody applying and there's no training. You didn't do any training, and you want to be called for interview. How? It's not possible. It's going to be a difficult one for you, except only a miracle can make that happen. So most time I always tell people, upgrade yourself, do relevant trainings, do relevant training. So now, you said this word upgrade can't be overemphasized. It's for your own good. Upgrade of yourself, not for fun of it, but for the fact that you need it. As a person, you need it at all level as a professional. 1 minute, please. 10. 1 minute, please. I'll be with you. Increase. Okay. Now, for website, you can upgrade yourself. I think most of you know about the Alison and the likes. For midwives, I think you guys, I think I found out one which is moms and babies. I think you need to look out for those courses. There are courses that has to do with midwifery. Now, there are also some courses as a midwife, you can still do that of nursing, like the ones that has to do with coaching and mentoring, the ones that has to do with leadership as a whole. Because if you look at your applications, there are some parts that will ask you, oh, do you have certificate in mentoring, in coaching? Do you have it? Most people will say, oh, I don't have it. But this is an opportunity for where you can actually register for this course and do them. And most of these courses, like, they take like the least you see 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you are done. Usually on moms and babies, there are some courses you can do for 45 minutes and you have them. And the good news now is that most of these courses, you don't have to even have the certificates now. You can itemize these different courses and add it to your application and start doing them. Yes, you are applying, but you are doing it in the background. Because I'm not missing one by saying this. Most NHS will not even ask you for those certificates now. Maybe until after you get there, even if they'll ask for it. That's what I'm saying, is for your own good, and also to show to them that you are actually upgrading yourself as a whole, as a person, as a professional. So now, for nurses, I think you need to check out Alison, Reed, Florence Academy, Care Academy. I compile some list of some courses that you can do. Let me check. Nurses, I will check the link and I'll send to you. Please, someone should remind me after this session. Let me send the link. I'll share the link with you. So now for midwives, yes, you also need the same thing. Moms and Babies Academy, that's the only one I can think of now. And you can also do some course on Alison, and on Reed. You can do on Florence Academy also. There are some basic life support, advanced cardiac life support, pediatric advanced life support also. So I think I itemize those courses. I will send to the group so you can look at them and add them to your application. Because when we get to the time of reviewing application, you see these things I'm talking about, that it's always a problem in most people's application. Because now that you are not being called for interview as a whole, doesn't mean you don't know how to do the job, but just means you need to itemize, like you need to align your application in the right possible way to make it okay for the recruiter. Because now, like my new video I did now it's not even about you. Yes, you are even aligning it now, but also there are some keyword that is expected in your applications where most people don't include this keyword, and you feel, why is it because of red list or no red list? There's nothing that has to do with red list here. People are getting jobs, people are going day in, day out. I think most people that send what they call it to me now, their invite to me behind the scene now, I think I will start telling them to share those information themselves. So you see that it's not actually a scam. It's red list or no red list. People are moving. People move daily. But they say journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. You have started. This is just a phase, and you would go around it. That's why you just need to keep the faith, keep applying. Some people get tired. They get tired along the way. Oh, I've been applying for God knows when. I'm not getting any invites. Check your application. Look at it very well. Look at are you making any mistake? Are there anything you are doing wrong? Cross-check with other people's application. Yes, cross-checking doesn't mean you should not copy the person's application verbatim. Look at how the person aligned his application, application, and align your own. And I think that is what I keep doing here almost every week. But I still see some people still coming back, and I still see the same error in the application. So at that point, I don't know what else I can do again, because this is actually the best I can do by talking about it. So let's move on. So we are done about upgrading yourself. You know what it entails and all those things you have to do. Now I want to talk about interview questions. I think I'm getting an instance to talk about this based on how do I put it? They say you are preparing for the rain to fall, yet you go out without your umbrella. Does that show you are ready for the miracle? You are praying, oh, let the rain fall, let the rain fall. Same way you are praying, please, I need an invite for interview, I need invite. But yet you are not practicing any interview questions. You are seeing those practicing interview questions. You are seeing those keeping interview questions. You didn't, please send interview questions to me. Not for any reason, but just start studying them. Just start looking at those questions and practicing as a nurse, as a midwife. Now, I think Wolverhampton now, they will just send you an invite today and say you have to do it in 3 days. So now tell me you that you have not prepared for anything. How do you do that interview? You now start running up and down. Oh, please, practice with me. Interview is not about, I know it. I know it in my head, I know it. It's about you talking about it every day. You talking about it, okay. They ask you, okay, they ask you typical question. You ask yourself and start answering them. Have friends. You guys can talk together. You guys can create like a forum. Okay, please, let's practice this question together. Yes, we don't have interview yet, but let's practice. What if it comes tomorrow and you have to do it the next day? How would you do it? You don't have any idea of how it's going. So why not prepare for that miracle now and start practicing for interviews? As a nurse, as a midwife, start practicing for interviews. Even with that, God can even look at, this person is diligent. Please, let me just give this person. Yes, all these interview most times, it's all about, it's just a document. It's just an email. Not two ways. It's just an email. They just put your name. They have these emails as templates. They'll just put your name. Deborah. Congratulations. You have interview with us by so time. This is just an email which anybody can just write now. They can just change anybody's name at any time now and say, you're invited for interview. So nothing too special about it. It just means you are the focus at that point. So you not being the focus at that point doesn't mean you should not relax and say, okay, It's not yet my turn. You can do the job. So why not prepare for it? Prepare and say, yes, I want to have this interview. Anytime it comes, I'm ready. So please put that at the back of your mind. Prepare for interview at any time, any day. It can come. Practice, and practice. That when the thing finally comes, you are good to go. There's nothing stopping you. So even if you don't have any interview invite, please prepare. So now, interview templates. Now, most of those interview templates you see that comes around, oh, please, I need this interview question, I need that interview questions. It's being done by people. Because now what I do now is, once I see anybody having interview, yes, I tend to help the person out, look for question and send to the person. How do I get that question? Because I've helped someone out. Okay, please, once you have the question, this is the question we have for now. Please, once you have these questions, please send these questions to me. And I archive those questions on YouTube. Not because of for anything, but I know those things will be useful. This is just like, how many days do we have? Like, this is just a year that I started all this now. I know the time will come, I'll look back on all these things I've done and it will all make sense to some people, because in Africa, we don't document, we don't keep things. We just believe, let it just work for me and let me just move. Oh, it has worked for me now, let me move. No, let's learn to document. Let's learn to keep records. Now, was it yesterday? Someone had an interview with Birmingham or so. I gave her the questions and I told her one thing. I said, see, please, if you are done, let me know. Is it the same question they asked or a different question? Funny enough, it was a different question. I told her, okay, send it to me. And she sent to me and I updated it and I put the name of the NHS and I put updated. So if in 10 years from now, someone is looking for questions based on this, I'll tell the person, go to this link, you see it there. All the questions you're looking out for is there. And the person will follow the outline and say, okay, at this point, this was the question. Now they have changed. Now you can follow the trend and how the whole thing is going. So that's how those questions come about. And also, if you see somebody that's having the same interview with the same NHS we are having interview with, chat the person up. Please, how are we doing this interview? Okay, let's look for a group. If there's no group, create a group, talk to yourself, look for other people and help each other out. Because the way all these things work is they have a template for their questions. Now, even if they are going to change their questions, you have practiced the old questions, and once the person is done, the person shares the question with the team. The team, okay, now I have the question, the next person. It makes life easier for everybody. We don't know where we'll meet ourselves in the next 2-3 years from now. What will people say about you? This person helped me to do this person helped me. That's what life is all about. Not about me alone, you alone. It's not done that way. So let's help each other out. Now, how prepared are you for your interview? Now you have the interview question. How do you prepare for it? So now someone asked me this question. I asked someone, within the week, she sent me a DM. She said, I failed my interview. And I said, why? Why did you fail it? He said, they changed the questions. And I was shocked. They changed the question. What do you mean by they changed the questions? She said, yes, now, like that the former question she had before wasn't what they asked her. I was like, why would you even do that? You're a professional. So you mean because they gave you a template, now means the NHS must follow that template? No. Yes, you have a template. Read within that template. Now, even midwives, I know I've seen most of the questions for midwives, interview questions for midwives. It's tell me about yourself, PPH, shoulder dystocia, which other one? Scenario-based question. How do you deal with your colleague? How do you undo someone with alcohol? I can count them. Those questions are like, they can just ask it in a different way, but it's almost the same thing. once you know about PPH, once you know about once you know all this stuff, read wild. You have a template. Yes, it's good. It should help you out. But now, you now read only that part they gave to you. What if they change? What if they change it? Oh, you now say, oh, I did not prepare for this one. No. One other person, she was like, this was last year. She was preparing for an interview. She was a nurse. And she was like, oh, what do I prepare for? There was there was a question, there was a template. And I told her, please prepare wide. Prepare wide, because nurses, your questions are always wider. They can just pick from anywhere. That's the difference between a nurse and a midwife. And I told her, just prepare wide. And she went there. And she had over 16 years experience as a nurse. So during the interview, the recruiter checked her CV and saw that she has 16 years experience. And the question changed. They started asking about teamwork, team leadership, and all those stuff. Funny enough, those were most of the stuff we prepared with. But also, she went there with an open mind that anything can happen. So now imagine now that she still put her mind to that fact that this is what they will ask me, and I must. Yes, you have the template, but read wide away from what they have sent to you. Look for other questions from other NHS and read wide and prepare for anything. Anything can change. And also during interview, I see people having this mindset of, oh, they are my superior. Oh, they are white, or people start fidgeting. Interview is not all about, see, when you make your interview more of an interaction, it makes life easy for you. But when you are rigid that this is the interview, they ask me, please tell me about yourself. Oh, my name is, I went to this school. I finished from this place. No. They want to know you. Now they have seen what you have written. Now they want to know you. How would they know you if you don't talk about yourself? They are not for you to talk about yourself. And I keep telling people, once you're having your interview, see them as your matron at work. Now your matron at work will just come. Okay, why is this person jumping up? Oh, actually, why she was jumping up is because she had this, she had that. I tend to give her this injection for her to calm down. She's not calm and all. You are explaining directly. No being rigid. Now you now see a white person, you now feel, oh, they should not say I'm doing the wrong thing. Don't forget that your way of practice in Africa is different from the way of practice there. That's why you want to go there to go and learn. So you should also make them understand. You should also make them understand your own practice in your own country. Oh, they'll ask you, do you take part in home beds? You said, no, we don't do home beds here, and you end it there. That's why research comes to play. You know you don't do home beds in Nigeria, in Ghana. Go read about it and come back and say, oh, in my own country, we don't do water beds. We don't do water beds. But I've come to understand that water beds is about, we have not accepted it based on our healthcare provider have not given a sanction for you to go ahead. But on my own, I decided to go and learn about it. I understand that it has to do with this, and this. And this is how it's being done. And like, you have scored that point with ease because you made them understand that you don't do it in your own country. But you are preparing yourself. You are coming into the UK. You have to prepare to know how they do their own thing. Research. Do your research. That gives you better points than just giving them one-line answer. They should be the one to tell you, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you very much. I know you know it. Thank you very much. One other person had an interview like 2 days ago, and I said, calm down. See them as your peers, like you are in the same department. And when she saw those people, she said they were like two small girls interviewing her. Looking at them, I'm guessing they might be like a band 6 nurse, midwives. So she was calm. So I told her, calm down. No kill yourself before the death even come at the end of the day. So please, let's look at all these things and adjust to it. So I think I've spoken enough on that. So let's move on to the next topic. Now, Tier 2 visa sponsorship, skilled worker visa. Yes, which is what everybody look out for. Yes, I need a job that has Tier 2 sponsorship and the likes. Yes, it's good. Good news for you. But now, there are some of these applications now that they don't specify it that we give Tier 2 sponsorship. They don't specify it. They just leave it as, they don't even put it there. But some, they'll just put it in between somewhere that you have to now look at it. And even some, they'll send an email. They'll say, please don't apply for this. If you're an international, please send an email to this person. Please, I advise you, if you see such email there, send them an email, but still apply for that job. Send them an email, but still apply for that job. The one that you don't see information like that, I will advise you still apply. Except it is written there that, we don't do Tier 2 sponsorship. Like James Paget, NHS, we don't do Tier 2 sponsorship. Then you just leave them for their lane. But anyone that they say, we give Tier 2 sponsorship, or the ones that say we don't give, decide on which one you are going for. We give, apply. We don't give, leave them. But if they don't specify, please apply. That's why it's because people give yourself stress when applying. That's why I look as if applying becomes a problem. I'm tired. I don't want to apply again. I've been applying. It's not working. Make life easy for yourself. Those that have seen me do an application, you see, most times I don't even type. It's just my mouse. Just click, move on to the next one. Click. Supporting statement is somewhere already. You pick your supporting statement. Boom. You just have one paragraph in your supporting statement that you change from NHS to NHS. I've talked about that more than once. Don't do different supporting statement for different NHS. If you look at everything is the same thing. The person's verification, job description is the same thing. It's just some little changes. Then you have to do your supporting statement. Have like 2 of those NHS. Have their documents side by side and do those. Inculcate everything inside one same supporting statement. And also know that you're only doing like 1,500 words. Leave that paragraph where you change from NHS to NHS. Is it their name? Why I want to work for this NHS is because they are the best in this, they are the best in that. Their trust value resonates with mine, which is A, B, and C, which is compassionate, trustworthy, and all those mumbo jumbo they used to write. Just put it there and write about the scenario where you portray that trust value. You are good. That's the only part you change. Applying will become easier to you. You feel the joy of applying again. But when you have to go over and over writing different supporting statements, then for how many hours you want to do an application? Whereas some people are doing 10 applications within 20 minutes because they know the logic to go about it and they are good to go. So just make life easy for yourself, not up and down, going here and there with your application. It makes life easy for you. So now, there's a point I saw somewhere. I just want to break it down so you understand what I'm talking about. There's what I talk about local content. Local content in the sense that let me move ahead so you understand what I'm talking about. You see something like this, say skilled worker visa. We welcome applications from individuals who require skilled worker visa in line with the Home Office regulation. Non-UK, non-settled candidates may not be appointed. If you look at that word, may not be appointed if a suitable, qualified, and skilled UK settled candidate is successful at interview stage, as it is unlikely that the trust is able to satisfy the Home Office visa requirement. Now, what does this mean? Yes, they give Tier 2 sponsorship. Now they don't put out their vacancy out there. Everybody apply. Now you finish applying And when you're applying, then I called you for an interview. You did the interview. You're like, yes, I got it. Yes. Not to forget that they didn't only interview from internationals. They also interview from the UK. So in the sense that they see a good candidate in the UK, and they also tell you pass the interview, it's one of two things. They can put you on reserve list, or they send you an unfortunate email. One or two things. Reserve list or unfortunate email. Does that unfortunate email now mean you didn't do well in your interview? No. It didn't mean you didn't do well in your interview. It only shows they have gone for someone else that is there, which is going to give them less stress. The person is around them. They are going to spend less in settling that person. It's just to change the person's visa. If the person is still an international, or the person is still within them, it's just to change the person's visa and they are good to go. So, an instance, I think my wife's first interview she ever did. Let me not mention the name of the NHS. That was the first. We're happy. Yes, you got it. Yes, you did well during the interview. And the next day, they sent us a lovely email. Oh, thank you very much. You did well in the interview and all that. But unfortunately, we can't support you for OSCE because we have given the what they call it, the slot to someone else that is around. That's what this thing stands for. So that most times you got an opportunity after a good interview, still doesn't mean you didn't do well. Because you know within yourself, except you know within yourself you did not do well. That's that aside. But if you know you did well and you still got an unfortunate email, it means they didn't want to start explaining all those stuff to you. This can happen. That's what they call local content. Even in Nigeria, it's just that the bastard most of these things. Once they are putting in for a job, if an international apply and someone in Nigeria apply, they are supposed to even attend to those in Nigeria first before attending to internationals. Then we now say that within Nigeria, there's nobody that can do this job. Then they cannot pick somebody from the UK, US, and the likes to come as expatriate to come and do the job. That's what local content is all about. And that's what they are talking about in this section of the application. So, are we good? Does anybody have any question with regards to this? Does anybody have any question?
Yes, please. I have a question.
Okay.
Sir, please, after you someone has been interviewed already, and an offer has been given, is it possible they can still give an unfortunate message?
An offer has been given. I don't think so. Because they have given the offer, you have sent to them. It's not possible for you to get an unfortunate email again. There's a slim chance it's not possible. The only thing that might happen now is that it might wait a longer period. Because there's an NHS now that the people have been waiting for God knows. They have done due documentation, taking them to different documentation process and the likes. And now they are still waiting upon waiting. So that's why I always advise people. Yes, you get one offer. Doesn't mean you should hold on and say, yes, I finally got it. Keep applying until when one gives you COS before you stop applying. Yes, it's good news. You have one in your pocket already. But just keep applying until one say, oh, take your COS. Thank you for. Then you cannot give them your own unfortunate email. Oh, thank you very much for your time and all that. But unfortunately, please, that person on speaker, please. So that's it.
Thank you, sir.
Let me move on. Please just keep your questions. Let me move on so I'll answer the question after the session and make it count. So now, someone will like ask me, oh, why is this? What happened to Ghana? What's the issue about Ghana and the likes? Yes, I always want to stay abreast, stay on the know with what's happening within the healthcare. Funny enough, I'm not a healthcare practitioner from anywhere. I just don't know where how I carry myself enter this junction. So I now start getting so fascinated with anything that has to do with healthcare and the likes. Maybe I'll go into healthcare later, but I don't know. But let's keep finger crossed on that. So now, I have some Ghanaian that called me. Let's say within the week. Oh, I'm a midwife. I'm a nurse, but yet I can't do my NMC verification. Please, I need a Ghanaian here to please come and speak on this. I need a Ghanaian to come and speak on this. I can't talk about this. When the person finish speaking, then I will now know where to come for my own point. So please, a Ghanaian here, please come and represent. I need a Ghanaian here, come and represent, please. Someone must talk about this. Except we don't have a Ghanaian here. But I'm seeing this list, I'm seeing Ghanaians here. So please, come and
Hello.
Come and represent.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm a Ghanaian, so I would like to talk a little bit about that.
So one more thing. Can you put on video?
Video.
Yes. Okay. Or you're not in a place that is. Put on video, please. Yeah.
How? Let me see how I can put on video. Oh, this thing. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Please, is it okay?
I'm not seeing your video. Okay.
Okay, so the issue now in Ghana here is with the Ghana NMC clearance. I believe before you can do the UK NMC clearance, you need to do the Ghana NMC clearance first. And then in Ghana, before you do the Ghana NMC clearance, you need to get a clearance from the Ministry of Health, where you do the signing at your workplace, sign with your HR, go to the principal of the school, the nursing training you attended, also for endorsement, before you take it back to Ministry of Health for the final endorsement. And then from there, you take it to Ghana Nursing and Midwifery Council. That is when they can clear you for you to go ahead with your UK NMC verification. But at the time, they realized that more of the nurses were leaving the country. So the sale of this form, as at now, has been suspended.
Okay.
It has been suspended, yes. So it is making people find it difficult with their UK, verifying themselves with UK NMC. That has been the issue in Ghana now. And I know if you don't do that, there's no way you can go ahead to write your CBT exam.
CBT.
Yes, so that is the issue in Ghana now.
Okay, so that's a long walk, man. Because most people, like 2/3 of them, I've not done my verification. They say I have to wait. Somebody's holding it down. I can't get the form and the likes. I say I'm not a Ghanaian. I don't know what's happening, but you guys need to try to fine tune these things. But I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with Africa. See, this life we only live once, and after that is judgment. I keep telling people that after that is judgment. Now, if people stay in the political seat, you do stuffs, you enjoy yourself. Now, people wants better life for themselves. You're not saying you won't allow them go. So why? For what reason? I don't know. See, let everybody live their life. This life, we have right to live and let's live. Live your own and I want to stay in the country. I don't want to stay in the country. It's not up to you to now tell me, oh, it's time to go. Yes, there must be a rule guiding all these things, but still yet, it's better people take their decision on their own. As far as there's family can take decisions. So why not just leave the person to take decision for themselves? Because for me, if you can, how do I put it? If you can make things okay in your country, if you can make, like, for the past how many years, my wife was earning like 50,000 naira, 50K every month. How much is that? How much would that amount to? Can that even, yes, it's something, but it's not good enough at all. It's not good enough. So why wouldn't that person want to leave? And the person is putting the work day in, day out. Now she wants to become like permanent staff. For close to 6 years, she has been working as a contract staff. And yet they will bring some people from God knows where to become permanent staff. Whereas, to me, I understand that if someone is a locum nurse or locum midwife, at least you work for a year, 2. You have known this person's capacity. At least you should upgrade the person to a permanent staff and bring new locums. It should be a channel. It should be a movement. But now, you leave your locum will be there for over 5-6 years. Now, within those 5-6 years, you have brought in permanent staff for God knows where, more than uncountable. So how did they do those selections? How do they give them employment? And also those people being given employment, I still don't blame them. Yes, they know the connects, they know the people to get the job. Yes, it's good for them. We don't have an issue with them. But these people at the top that will just decide what they want to decide and expect the person not to make decisions to better their lives. Why? But we just need to lend our voice to make sure they change things for people so that people can take their life decision, because we are not growing any younger. We grow old every day that passes by. Africa can do better. Africa has the money. Africa has the resources. Africa has everything. But you see these same people carrying themselves for tourism, for health tourism. They go, and yet you don't want to make the home okay. So why not just end everything? No health tourism. Nobody goes. Everybody stays back. Why do you give yourself special treatment? Yes, you can go for your checkup, but we can't move to go and better our lives. To me, that's the turn off. So let's hope something changes so people can do that. People can do their verification in Ghana. I hope they don't bring that in Nigeria, because I know even nurses, even in their final year now, they are thinking of moving already. So that's it. So let's move on. Now, also Nigeria is not left out in this whole saga. Yes, it's not pertaining to nurses or midwives. Actually, it's pertaining to to doctors. They say doctors must practice for 5 years in Nigeria after graduating before getting their license. Why? Did you pay school fees for the person? What did the government do for the person? What did they do? Please, if they know anything, what did they do for them? Nothing. These people paid everything. They did their exams. Now you want to make it compulsory that they must stay in their home country for 5 years before they move. Everybody wants a better life. Everybody wants a better life. Let everybody just, I think I've spoken about it before. Let everybody just take their decisions. Move anywhere they want to move to. Because when you are working as a doctor and you see bills keep piling up and you can't pay up your bills and you call yourself a doctor, how come? That's why you see most doctors in government hospitals now. Most doctors have their own private hospital. They'll keep directing what they call it, patient to private hospital. Everybody wants a better life. Everybody wants to do their thing. Then government stuff is going down. I wouldn't blame anybody because they are doing the work, they are not getting paid. So why wouldn't, yes, not all doctors, but some feel, instead of me doing this, why not let me move and get a better pay? So I think we still need to keep lending our voice to make sure these things, because let them end health tourism, let them stay in their country and tell doctors to stay. Then they will accept to that. But when you are not doing any of these things, you'll be the first to run away. Little headache, you're off. You go, I went for checkup. Why not stay for checkup here? Why not bring in the equipment here? Why not give them better pay? Because see, truth be told, if nurses, midwives, doctors, any profession, if you have a good pay in your home country, me, I'm speaking for Nigeria. If I have a good pay in Nigeria, I don't see any reason why I want to leave. Because yes, Nigeria wants to be the best place I want to stay. Nigeria is the best place I want to stay. Peaceful, yes, we have our ups and downs, but at least to a fault, it's still okay. You can do your own stuff. You can live your own little life somewhere and enjoy yourself with your money. But when you want to enjoy your life and the money is not there, basic amenities is not there, light you pay for, you do by yourself, water by yourself, security by yourself. So tell me, who wants that? You now sum up everything at the end of the day, it amounts to nothing. So why wouldn't you move? So please let them leave the doctor, let them do their stuff. People like us, we don't even fall sick, actually. So God will help us at the end of the day. So I think we're almost done. I think this is the last slide, and we move on. And thank you very much. So at this point, let's come. Can I have the questions first before we review applications? And while you're asking your questions, I can chip in one or two stuff to help out. So on to the next one. So any questions? So I will just take two or three questions. I'll write them down. So I'll attend to them one after the other to make it easier for everybody. So is that good? Is that okay? Is that okay? So who is going with the first question? First question, so I can write it down. I'm waiting. Please don't tell me you don't have questions, please. That's why I say you should write down your questions. I'm waiting. Good evening, ma'am, Miss Abisola.
Yes, sir. So I want to be the first person to ask this question.
Yes, ma'am.
Here is my question, sir. I have, in my supporting statements, always tried to read through the person's specification and the job description. And I always try as much as possible to channel my experience and the requirements, the essential requirements in the person's specification. But even with doing that, I still keep getting unfortunate news. So I really want to know, is there a particular way I'm supposed to do it? For instance, now, maybe in one of the essential criteria, they write there that evidence of continuous professional development. And then how I do it is that I write it by saying that, okay, I am committed to CPD and I demonstrate this by attending relevant trainings. I have attended this in the past. I try to put at least one or two examples for each of those essential criteria. So I've been doing that, but I still get unfortunate news. So I really want to know, is it that I'm doing it wrongly, or they don't want to see you demonstrating it, or you're just supposed to write that you've read it and you feel that you meet all those criteria? That's my question. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. First, in answering your question, download one sample of your application and send. Then I can answer the question well.
Okay, sir. I'll do that right away.
Download one and send. So one other person sent a question in the group. Mistake to avoid when making application. Okay. Who else? One more, so I can attend to it. So download the application very fast, so I can attend to all the three of them as they go. Any other question? One more question. Please ask questions. Don't come to my DM. If you come to my DM, I might not be able to attend to it as I'm attending to it now. So please ask question. I'm waiting. Since we are shy this night, it seems I'll start calling names now. Okay, let me attend to this question. Madam, what's her name? Victoria. Let me attend to this your question. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. You need to fill all parts. When they send in the application, a sample application, I'll do a review of it again. I'll run through that. So, I'm coming. Okay. So, okay, yes, I've seen it. So there we have it. So can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me know. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. So now, all those ones, they are generic stuff. Choose the I'm a qualified overseas nurse or midwife. Which are overseas nurse or midwife? Undertaking adaptation. Okay. Now we are seeing the problem. Please, who is seeing the problem with me now? Because I'm seeing them plenty for you. So, first thing first, all these things don't have business being here. Number one. International English doesn't have any business being here. Number two. This one, Nursing Diploma Certificate, School of Nursing. Yes, this one is here, but instead of Nursing Diploma Certificate, why not make it registered nurse? You put bracket open, diploma, bracket close, leave it there. School of Nursing. What is UCH, Ibadan, your state? Put it in full. Credit is okay. West African Examination Council, St. Lawrence Greater Heights College. Where is it located? Lagos, Ibadan, or anywhere? Put it in front. All these things don't have business being here. Out. Number one. That's the number one issue. This is the number two issue. Your training. Now, you did, okay, this is 2020, 2021. National Association of Student Nurses and Midwives, UCH Ibadan branch. What is this training about? Malaria parasite test training is good, but electrocardiogram training program. National Association of Nursing Student Midwife. Yes, all these things are good. You learn something, but they need something they can relate with. 1 minute. Where's this document? Where is it? So I had to itemize some trainings you can do for nurses. So where is it? So I'm sharing it here now. Click the link. Look at diploma in nursing. Diploma in nursing, phlebotomist training course, diploma in nursing and patient care, diploma in nursing leadership and care management. You see nursing studies, end of life care, palliative care, nursing studies, role of the nurse in surgical care, coaching and mentoring, especially. This coaching and mentoring is key for everybody, even nurses, midwives. Nursing study, clinical skill, communication and transcultural factor, clinical governance in adult care. These are courses you need to look out for. To add. You can get some on Florence Academy and the likes. Yes. So those are courses that they can also reason with to afford to know. Okay, at least they know the content. But all this one you have written in your own country is good, but also add something to say, oh, I'm upgrading myself. So click do some trainings. So you had it here. So you had it at the top. So don't put it below. Let it continue. Let it come from the latest. So which means the next after this should be 2023, which means you didn't do anything in 2022. And the good news now is that you can add it while you're doing it. I think I spoke about it earlier. You can add it while you're doing your application and you're doing the trainings online. That makes life easy for you. So now, UK required and applied for. Yes, good. Yeah, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. License, expiry date, PIN. Okay, why not put expiry date below? It's good, sure, but you can just put expiring dates below. Nursing and Midwifery Council, PRN, okay. Writing 6.574. Okay, you're good. You're good there. Adefemi Hospital. Private hospital. Good. Charge nurse. Registered nurse. So this. How many years experience do you have?
Yeah, and some months, sir.
A year and some months. You can put on your video.
Okay.
You're on the hot seat now.
I don't know background. I mean, it's a pretty good, sir.
Ma? I didn't hear you, ma. Can you hear me? So let's move on while we wait for her. So at this point now, a year and some months, don't put it in numbers. I think my recent video on how to use the ATS, because there are words the ATS look out for. It might not be able to pick even these numbers. But bullet points, ATS works well with bullet points. So you can change this. You can change this to bullet points. So let's digress a little bit. For those keep saying, oh, they don't know how to use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is not. Yes, there's a software. When we download the software, they will charge you for using it. Especially those on iPhone and Android per se. They do those stuff, but once you use the web browser, it's free of charge. You just need to use it the best of your knowledge. So now ChatGPT has made me become so lazy that even stuff I can do on Microsoft Word, I don't do them on Microsoft. I just do it on ChatGPT and it makes life easy. So now I put this below now. So edit the below duties and responsibilities of a staff nurse with 2 years experience and put your answer in bullet points. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Yeah. So
Yes,
now I say you should edit it, put the answer in bullet points. Yes, I can put in bullet points in the snap of a finger on Microsoft Word.
Can see your screen.
Yes. So now I press enter. Can you see? So you have your duties and responsibilities now. So now to make it even better, I can go further to say, go back up there. This is the below of a staff nurse with 2 years experience. Make it elaborate. Can you see the difference now? The other, I just say, write me duties and responsibility of a staff nurse. Just write, just administration of appropriate first aid treatment and all those things. Those are minor stuff. Now I say make it elaborate. Send me a DM, let me send this to you so you change your duties and responsibilities. Now you know how to use ChatGPT. So send me a DM now. Okay, Abisola. Wait, I'm coming. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Eh? What's that? What happened? What are you looking for? Do I know you? I don't know you. Femi, what about Break Corridor? Feel mouth. Yeah. So you can see instead of me taking it to Microsoft Word again to say do bullet point and all these things, it has done that. So now you know how to use it. You can change the other one. So the next one, Ojima Hospital, okay. Brief description. You can also do the same thing here. You change it. Oh no. Let me do something. Conducting, administering. So for your job description, you can do something like this. So it will give you the right tenses to use. Did the below duties and responsibility of the staff nurse with 2 years experience. Did the below duties and responsibility of the staff nurse with 2 years experience. So I say edit my edit responsibility of my current job as a staff nurse with 2 years experience. I think it's the same thing. So administering is in the present. So the next one that you want to do now, you just put past. No, Cody, don't do that. You want to watch cartoon, you want to stay with that. Which one do you want to do? So the next one, which is the past place, your past place of work, you can now change this right up now. I did the below of a staff nurse with 2 years experience. Coming. Make it elaborate and put answer in bullet point. So let me send this one to you. The command. So you just change the current to present and put it on ChatGPT. It will give you your answer. So that's good for that. You move on all the way. It will change the numbers to bullet point for you, and it will give you a line spacing. So this, you don't need to put this there, Sharon. You don't need to put it there. Make it and as I always say, I don't know how to read supporting statements. It's long work. It's long work to do. So going with supporting statements with the ATS, with my ATS video, the recent one I just shared today. Now let's look for the job description. Let me look for one. Person specification. Sorry, let me open it again. Okay, can you see it now? Can you see it? Hello, I need feedback.
Yes, we can see it.
So now, you want to write your supporting statement now. You can pick two different NHS person specification side by side. Pick both of them side by side. And first is qualification. Let's pick this. We come to do a new chart. First thing, you can copy your CV and put here and say with the above CV. With the above CV, do this. But since we don't have a CV, I don't want to put a CV now. I can say, write me a short paragraph about me being a registered midwife. Me being a registered midwife. I am registered with because I'm registered with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria with the following credentials. Femi, Wagwe is sleeping already. With the following credentials: license, license number 12345, PIN 7865. I have been practicing for over 5 years, as the case may be. I have started my NMC registration with the Nursing and Midwifery Council, United Kingdom, with the following PRN number. Now, all this information, ChatGPT doesn't have this information, so don't expect it to know your PRN number. You just have to, they say you should show them that you are a registered nurse, you are a registered midwife. How do you show them that you are a registered nurse or midwife if you don't give all these details? So this is how you give the details of this is who I am, this is who I am, with the PRN number 08156. And I have received my decision letter. My decision letter. I have received my decision letter. I have also written and passed my CBT, which also includes my IELTS, which I have passed with the required band score. Now, don't bother about the joining, don't bother about that one. You say, or working towards. You don't need to say you're working towards. I'm coming. Okay, you can add it. You can pick it here. I am working towards my NMC registration. By so doing, I have started my NMC. I'm working towards my NMC registration. I've started with my, what am I writing? I started my mind is saying on that, my mind is typing on that. NHS registration with the National Medical Council and with the following number. I've started with written and passed CBT. So remove this part. Put I have a diploma in midwifery from University of Ibadan. Or if you have a bachelor's degree, also put it there. If you have a bachelor's degree in nursing and you also have a diploma in midwifery, you can add the two. yes, I have a diploma in midwifery, but I look up to from the University of Ibadan. I have also upgraded myself by registering for a bachelor degree in nursing so as to upgrade myself and to stay up to date with the latest trends in healthcare, which works for this one. Evidence of ongoing professional development. What do you want? I thought you were sleeping. 1 minute. 1 minute. I thought you were sleeping, young man. Just want to sleep, man. Evidence of ongoing. I registered for more training. So let me not go into details, but if you have a training you registered for, you can add it so ChatGPT can pick everything. Professional development, more training for professional development. Now, you can see how stressful it is to do one. So now imagine you're using ChatGPT to do every time, every question they ask you, you're using it. It becomes stressful. You will now receive unfortunate email. You don't tire already. You're angry already. So once you just pick 2 or 3 and align everything. Okay, they talk about qualification here. They talk about clinical governance here. They talk about infection control here. Merge it together. Pick the ones that is not there. You use ChatGPT, develop it, and just have only one paragraph that you change from NHS to NHS, which makes life simple. Now you see, as a registered midwife, I'm proud to be recognized by the National Medical Council of Nigeria with license number reflecting my over 5 years of dedicated practice in providing exceptional care to mothers and newborn. I didn't add all these things. So, additionally, I'm currently working towards my registration in the United Kingdom. Having already received my decision letter and passed my CBT, including the required IELTS band score, with a diploma in midwifery from esteemed University of Ibadan. I'm committed to continuous professional development and have taken steps to upgrade myself by registering for a bachelor's degree in nursing to stay up to date with latest trend in healthcare. I'm enthusiastic about further training opportunities to enhance my skill and knowledge, ensuring that I'm providing the highest level of care to patients. Now, there are some words that are written here that I did not put at all, but ChatGPT just picked everything and analyzed and gave me something worthwhile at the end of the day. So now it makes life easy. So instead of you saying, write me a supporting statement, I can say, write me an NHS supporting statement. So one thing ChatGPT does now is that since I open a new page now, it's picking information from what I've written up here. Was on my network. So it's picking information from what I've written up there, and it just writes a lot of stuff for me. So now, to make it not to waste time, I will just copy this one and put it somewhere on Microsoft Word. I go back again. The next one, I write about my experience and demonstrate this, that. I put it on ChatGPT. It answers the question for me. Sometimes it can, you only have to write 1,500 words. sometimes I can pick this same. Is it generating? Let me stop this guy. So I can pick the same thing I've written. Okay, I wrote it there. Write a short paragraph. I put it here, and I said I remove this short. Why I say short? Because it might end up writing one long story that I will start adjusting at the end of the day. So this is not you using programming language. This is you just asking a friend a question. Oh, please, how do I do this? Please do this for me, and you are good to go. So with that, you can see it's still going. While it's doing its own, let's move back. With that, you can generate your own supporting statement. And you having all this stuff modeled up like this is too much. Give from here, you can break it down. So even the ATS, the machine can read, can get the most important information. And I say something about key points. Now, these key points, this word, qualification is a key point. I can still pick this same question I asked now and tell it, pick the same one, paste it here. Let me paragraph about the word I mentioned. I put down here, say, and include the keyword the keyword qualification where necessary. So to look for is network has started this nonsense. So it will look for a space to put that keyword, that qualification. So every of the statement you're writing, just put in those keywords. Add this keyword. Add this keyword. Skills. Add this keyword. Why you are telling it to do this thing? Experience of data collection and compilation. Oh, I have experience. Let me write another short paragraph. They have experience of data collection and compilation of statistics. Evidence of clinical audits. It will write for you. Let me put this one. Help me write about my experience of data collection and compilation of statistics and evidence of clinical audit. No, network, don't do this. Once you have the error, please don't bother, just refresh again. Stop. Now, this is what I was talking about in my video. I say it will tell you, it will now start analyzing for you and all these things. So now, I didn't give it the right information. I just helped me write about my experience of data collection and compilation of statistics and evidence of clinical audits. I didn't tell it, is it as a doctor? Is it as a midwife? Is it as a nurse? Now, see, help me write about my experience of data collection and compilation of statistics and evidence as a midwife. Now you can see what he's writing now. As a midwife, I've been actively involved in data collection and compilation of statistics to support clinical practice and quality improvement efforts. These have allowed me to gather valuable insights into maternal and neonatal outcomes, identify trends, and drive evidence-based decision-making for the provision of safe, effective care. One of my experiences with data collection as a midwife involved conducting a research project to evaluate the impact of specific intervention on maternal neonatal outcomes. This is requirement. Now, This was the question I asked to. Just this question. Now look at the analysis it gave to me. But if I allow it to continue now, the story will be too much that I won't be able to even edit it myself. I can just pick this same question and come back and put it there and say, help me write a short paragraph about my experience of data collection and compilation of statistics as a midwife. So we'll see the difference between the two. Now, can you see the difference? Now, this is long, this is good, but as a short one, it just gave me this line. I just copy it and paste. Now I'm building up my supporting statement already. According to person specification, according to job description, accordingly, I pick this one, so it's their trust value is here. Oh, write that I resonate with them. And write a scenario where I portray their trust value. It will do it for you, and you're good to go. So that's it. So in attending to your supporting statement, I think I've answered your question on how to align your supporting statement. That's good. So I think we are done. The reference is just by the way. It's one of those things. So no bother about that. So now, talking about this data collection now, this is another training some people should look out for. Data collection and compilation. I'm coming. So this is how you look for trainings you do. Data collection. What's the name of that stuff? Data collection and statistic compilation in healthcare. Now you can see managing health safety in healthcare, introduction to quality control to the use of social media, no, research skills. Now this has to do with data, research skills in healthcare. So these are you look for these statistics effectively displaying data. You can do all this. These are ways you add trainings to your. So this has gone away from me just doing healthcare related stuff. Now they have something on statistics. Why not add it? I have this on statistics. Maybe you're applying for that job now, you put that one as part of your training. But the next one you're applying for, maybe they didn't ask for it. You can just remove it and just let it be the others. Those are ways to go about it. I think with that I answered this person's question. He say, do we no? Where's that question? Mistakes to avoid. I think I've more like talked about the mistakes to avoid. Your names, the name of your duties and responsibilities. So those are the simple errors. You can align those things. I'm being sincere with you. Your trainings should not just be true. Your training shouldn't just be true. You do more. So those are the stuff you need to align in your application. Any other question?
Thank you very much, sir. I'm grateful.
You're welcome, ma'am. So any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Okay. I said I wanted to answer something now. With that thing. Save as. Let me save it first. Save. Okay, let me go back. Oh, where is it? Share my screen. So someone asked this question. Like a lot of people, I think this was East Kent. This is East Kent NHS. So to be honest with you, I don't know what these people are looking for. Ready for OSCE, how do you meet this desirable criteria? Ready for OSCE, how do you meet this essential criteria? Which one is desirable, which one is essential criteria? Even me, I don't understand, to be honest with you. But I think the idea to go for, that I would think to go for this is use ChatGPT to generate, oh, you are an international nurse, you are registered with NMC, you have done your registration, you have written your CBT, you have done, this is your PRN number and the likes. And you have been studying for your OSCE, and you know that there are different sessions in the OSCE. Write about the different stations. Oh, this session I learned about this. I'm learning about that already. The other session I'm learning about this. Press enter. ChatGPT will develop something for you. When it develops something for you, look at it, read it very well. Is it what I want? If it's what you want, just copy and paste. Copy first paragraph, put here. Copy second paragraph. You fill up the whole space and submit for them. I think that's the best approach to go with it. Just submit, write a general stuff, put paragraph by paragraph inside each box, and you submit. You are good to go with that. So there's no cause for alarm for that one, because they can't come and go and keep us, because of it's only East Kent. I see that their questions are always critical. And how do you meet this criteria? How do you meet that criteria? It's stressful. But now with those questions, now you know how to answer those questions to make life easy for you. Don't give yourself headache. That's the way to go. Any other question? Any other questions? More questions. I'm waiting.
Okay, so please, I have a question.
Okay, what's that?
So with I'm a midwife from Ghana, and normally
Yes,
after our rotation, that's our service, we wait a while before they post us. So during that period, I didn't work in a hospital, but I was doing home care nursing. So that's what I used as my part of my job responsibilities. So I was asking if that affects my application as a midwife, because I'm just getting, unfortunately, mails.
It doesn't affect. As far as even there are some ones that would say, how do I put it? They'll say newly qualified nurse midwife. So I don't think it's affecting. So how many years experience do you have?
2 years. This year, my 1 year service and my 1 year working, so like 2 years.
2 years experience.
Yes, please.
Is it in the same hospital?
Pardon?
Is it in the same hospital?
No. 1 year is where I am working recently, and the other year is a different hospital.
It's a different hospital. That's not a problem. That's 2 years now. That shouldn't be a problem. So you just need to align it very well. Just need to align your job description very well. Do your supporting statement. Make sure you just make sure your training, everything is aligned.
Okay,
Your
sure.
schooling, the name of your school is well spelled out. I tell you what, now most people don't make errors again. That will mix up the whole thing. There's no error anymore.
Yes, please.
So now make sure you put the name of your school in full. Where in Ghana, instead of pass, put credits. The year, the present year should be at the top. The other should be below. Your person's your supporting statement. I've shown you how to do a supporting statement now. So nobody should have problem with supporting statement anymore.
Yes, please.
So that should be a problem. Because now for me, once it is done that way, if you apply for at least 10 or 20, there's no how one will come. One will come. There's no how. But when you have this, because there are some application that will tell you, your application should be well aligned. And if in the case of everything is well aligned, we can do random selection. So sometimes that you got unfortunate email itself. Make me they did random selection. There was a video of a lady that she applied for Iskent, and they send her an email. Please send us your IELTS and your CBT. And she sent. And she got unfortunate email. So like, why? She was angry. She said, why? I said, calm down. Don't worry. Just calm down. You still send them an email. As if I knew. So the other people that they sent the email to, some now also sent that they don't have IELTS. That's how they drop those ones. They drop those ones and now later send her that email again for her to see send her documents before they now call her for interview. So now you want to tell me that she didn't know what she was doing? Yes, she has applied. But now they're the one that doing their selections now. They are the one doing their selections. So anyhow they want to do it. Whereas within that same session, there was somebody that she didn't submit her IELTS, but the grade spoke for her. They continued. Only after she finished interview, they now got to know that her IELTS, she's having a comma there. I think her reading was 6.5. Now she already put in for remarking. And they waited for her a while. When the remarking came, the result was okay, and they now finally gave her the job. They're almost declining the job for her. So these things is just, there's no one straight way to it. It differs from people to people. For the favor, that's how I always advise people, pray in the morning, pray. But God, thank you. God, favor, all those things, pray. That's it. So there's no two way, but just align everything. Once you align it, they are good to go. And there's one secret about all these things. The moment you get one invite, I don't know how that happens. Once you get one invite, you start seeing 2, 3, 4 invites coming in back to back. You're like, okay, what have I been doing differently? What have I been doing differently that I did now that made everything work out now? Nobody can tell. But first thing is align it and make it come out well. So they can be viewed at a glance and everything will be okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Another question? I think somebody sent something to me.
Okay, sir. Please, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please, my question is, after I'm a midwife here in Ghana, after my national service, we had to stay at home for a year before we were posted. So within that year, I think I worked in 2 different hospitals. I think about 6 months each. But because it wasn't up to a year, I'm feeling reluctant to include those like hospitals in my CV because I was thinking that like they'll be alarmed, like why within that short period I
Why
decided
6 months?
to
We
yes,
change.
yes.
That's the
So is it
problem.
come again,
It's
please?
a problem. It's a problem. They don't like people changing their jobs at intervals because they'll be worried. Okay, why did they just change within 6 months?
Yeah.
They like people to have mastery. They like people having mastery of their departments. Oh, you are working in labor ward. They want to see you have worked in labor ward for like 2, 3 years. But also, they don't know that in Africa, you can be in the same hospital and they move you from labor ward to postnatal ward. From postnatal ward, they'll just move you like that just for you to have experience of everything. But we don't know that we don't see it as something that is bad. We just see it as okay now, Moku just do them now. Let's just do the work. Let them just fill in the gap. So instead of you to put it, you can just put 1 year. Put one of the job you have done and make it 1 year. Nobody will come and confirm and say, did you do it 1 year or did you do it 2 years? Just do it from so time to so time, 1 year. At least that covers the whole thing. If you
Okay,
understand what I'm saying.
yes,
Yeah.
please, I understand. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so someone shared this application with me. I'm trying to. I'm coming. So the same error in this application this person shared, and I told him I'll talk about it in this evening. Now this is registered general nurse diploma. Okay, nursing and midwives training college, Tamale, Ghana. Okay, credit 2019. I advise this person to add the secondary school under below. The same thing we're talking about now. Training. The only one he did at a social critical care department. One contact hour. Is that enough to learn basic life support, oxygen administration? There are other courses this person can do to add to this, not just this ones. Go online and do something and add. I shared link in the group. Just decision letter, NMC is okay. And yeah, this point, no bullet point, no number. Where am I reading from? Where is it ending? All those things. It's not there. This person needs to align this, put it in bullet point. The same thing happened there. And these things are just like that. So let me look how many years experience. Then another one. Okay, 2021. Okay, 2020. So 20. That's how many years? 2020, 2021, 2020. That's like 3 years. So all these things, OPD, health education, wound care, using aseptic touch technique, all those things, they're just normal stuff. These people want to say English. Give them English. Give them English. Bullet points. Take the bullet points. You are good to go. Supporting statement. I don't know how to read supporting statement. I think we have touched supporting statement and how to do it. Makes life easier. You are good. So I think I'm done with this one. Because the most important in your application is from your school, your subject, down to your job. That's the most important. The reference is just waka pass. So any other question? Any other question? Wow, this is almost 11 o'clock. Wow. I say almost 11. This is past 11. Sorry, pardon me. Any other question?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. Actually, the question is similar to the one she asked, but slightly different.
Okay.
Hello?
I
Yeah,
can hear you.
yeah, so in my application, there are like small gaps, and the thing is, like after my internship program, I have a family business back home, like a school business.
Yeah.
So that one, I'm doing it like anytime I'm free, I'll go and join in. But I added it to my application. It's just 2 months. Should I remove it completely or put it as it's a continuous business or something? I don't know.
No, which business? I don't teaching business or what?
Okay. It's a school. Yes, there are 2 schools. So I'm working as a board member.
You don't need that in your application.
Okay.
As a board member, you don't need it in your application. You only need something related to what you're doing. Something related to midwife, yes, let it be midwifery related. Maybe a nurse, let it be nurse related, healthcare related, not board member education. No. It doesn't. You can only put it that you did education and something which makes you a mentor. You did education means you can teach people. That goes for your training. Like someone that did I think biology education also. And I told her to add it because it's still related to health per se, and the education part of it means you have the expertise to teach. So those are what to look out for, not something that is not related at all. You now add it to your application, you are shooting yourself in the foot already. So it shows you are not stable. So remove them, make it only your health related stuff. That makes life easy.
Okay.
Any other question?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Questions. Wait. Any other question?
Good evening.
Evening,
I
ma'am.
don't have a question. I just want to say thank you. I've not done any application. I just recently passed my IELTS and I went
Wow,
through the whole job
congratulations.
application. Thank you. I went through the whole job application process and I was lost. Not until I found you last night. So
Wow.
far you've helped me a lot. At least I have an understanding. I know what to do now when I go to one those track job pages. At
Yeah.
least I know how to navigate my way around. So I'm really grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. At least
Yeah.
that's what we do to make life easier for people. If not, you start going up out. Wow, this is 682 already, close to 700. So one more thing you can do for me tonight to make me happy, just drop a comment on the recent video. Just go drop a comment, and that makes it go where at least YouTube will say, this video makes sense, which we all know it makes sense at least. Because for me, I put thoughts into my video. I don't just, before I do any video, like, okay, if they watch it, what would they gain? Okay, if me, I watch it, what would I gain? That's first thing, number one. And most time I always cut a lot of stuff to make sure it is straight to the point, not beating around the bush and talking about stuff that is not relevant to the video. I just put them out. Yes, I will shoot. After shooting, I come back, I sit down, oh, this one is not relevant, I take it out. It's not relevant, I take it out and put the most important parts to the videos and let it go that way. So, and I appreciate that people are getting the hang of it and is helping people out. And that's why I say documenting. This will stay for a long while. Even days that I feel like I don't even want to shoot any video again on YouTube, at least this video will still make sense at the end of the day. So help out. If you're here to subscribe to my channel, drop a comment after we are done. It will go a long way for me. So any other question? Any other question? Questions. Are we done with questions? Can I go to bed now? Seems I'll start calling names now. I'll start calling names. Victoria Bess has spoken. Genevieve has spoken. Who is PM?
Please, it's me. I want to say thank you very much. God richly bless you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Benedicta?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Please don't come to my DM tomorrow. Anybody should not come to my DM even tomorrow. Even Monday. It means I've answered all the questions.
Please don't be offended. I'm coming a lot. You know I'm new. I'm your newest follower.
Yeah, my newest follower. So okay. Since you're my newest follower, do me a favor first. Before you start asking questions, go through the videos and pick them one after the other. If you look at the topic should tell you, oh, this is what I need to learn now. This is what I need to do. I think you being a new member, even this one, I think you need this video.
Okay.
I think you need this video. Let me post it in the group. You need that video. Sounds. You need that video so as to make life easy for you. There's some application you have to how to apply because there's some interface with the different applications. It differs from NHS to NHS. So instead of having to type again, you just use templates, use recent application and just continue your job. You move on like that. Makes life easy. So who is the next person? I've not said anything. Everybody must talk. Okay, Abisola said something. Rookie, you only ask a question. Yeah, ID your voice.
That is just so.
Rookie.
I'm also a new member.
You're also a new member.
Yeah.
What are you doing, my DM, when I'm here?
I've spoken with you, though I don't really know where to start from. I don't know how to use the ChatGPT.
Okay, who is that person speaking, please? Who is the person speaking, please? So, but you were here when I was using it now.
I came in very late.
Oh, so sorry. Okay.
I'm having problems in my application.
Your application.
Yeah.
You were here when I was reviewing an application now.
Yes, I was there. It was immediately. I just came in when you were reviewing it.
You came when I was reviewing it. Okay, let me just do on to very fast. Where is it? Where is the application? Where is it? Okay, he's here now. He's there. Why am I going too far? It's first thing first. Before we go, you need this number one, and where is it? Yeah. So you need this. I'll just do a run through, but I think you still need those to. Oops.
How to write the supporting letter.
The supporting statements.
The supporting statements.
And if it's outright supporting statement, you need this. Yeah, you need this also. And the latest one, I think, what is the latest one? The ATS guy, the most important of them all.
But can I send you a message direct to your DM, please?
You can send me a message, but you can send me a message, but let's tackle this first. Okay, this is an application now. There's nothing so special about the rest. All those ones. Subjects should be only your certificate, either a diploma in nursing or even masters or BSc in nursing. I will see some people that will make one. I said somebody made one mistake. The person did BNSC nursing 2020. The person that did registered nursing also 2020. How is that possible? Yes, I know it's possible because first you do your registered nurse before you do BNS, and you go for your adaptation and all that. Yes, it is, but these people don't want to know that. Instead of you to put the both of them, why not just put your Bachelor of Science in Nursing? Leave it that way, remove the registered nurse there, because that one supersedes the other. That one is higher than the other. Remove that one and just put your WAHEC there and use Bachelor of Science in Nursing, the name of the school, your credits. So don't put pass. Some people put pass here. Don't put pass. Or some people will now put RM or RN. What they ask for is grade and the results. That's what they ask for. As simple as that. Year obtained. The present should be at the top. The later should be below. So don't do it the other way around. These trainings, you have to do some more trainings online. If you have done one in your hospital or place of work or all this stuff, yes, it's good, but try to add something that is relevant. And with that, I think I have a link here. Let me tag you with it. I just tagged you on it now. There are courses there that you can do to add to your application. And the good news now is that you don't have to do them before you add them. You can add them to your application while you are doing them side by side, because they will not ask you for those certificates now. After you are done, Alison can give you certificates, but you have to pay for it to get the certificates. Unlike some websites where you have to pay to even start as a whole.
Yeah.
So that's it. You put the name of the course here. Let's say, for example, let's pick one from the Diploma in Nursing, Leadership and Care Management. You put your Diploma in Nursing and Management and Care Management. You put your Alison. You can put bracket open online, bracket close, or Alison Academy. 2 days, 1 day, the year, put it. So accordingly, you align them. So those former ones should be below. The recent one should be above. And now they only ask for 7. At least they say at most 7. So if you have only 7, if you have more than 7, depending on the job you're applying for, you can put the most relevant. Or you can just put only 7 that you know covers everything. You're still good to go. So this one they ask you, yes, those trainings.
Wow.
Eh?
Okay.
Is it what?
Is it 7 training?
Yes.
Wow.
No, they say you put up to 7, but you can put more than 7 actually. But at least if you can put like 10 is still okay. In those, but if it's only 7, you have it, you can pick the relevant ones and put it there, and you're good to go. Here they ask for UK professional registration required and apply for. Yes, that's good. Nursing and Midwifery Council Nigeria, license number, expiry date, PIN number, National Military Council UK, PRN number, CBT, passed, IELTS, band score, everything. You are good to go. You leave that part. This one not applicable. You don't have any information about that. Now your job description, the name of your hospital. Some people, if they put name of employer, somebody can write Mr. Shegun Adegbite or Mr. Kufo or something. No, it's not the name. It's the name of the hospital that they're asking for. Put the name of the hospital there. Put the address. Look for the address and put it there. Yes. Is it government hospital or is it private? Some people put healthcare. No. Government or private. Who are you reporting to? Your job title. Starting date. The starting date is there. End date. Since you're still working there, you don't need to put end date. Registered nurse. Period of notice is 1 month. So how many years experience do you have?
5.
5 years. Okay. So now they say reason for leaving. This person don't even need to add a reason for leaving here because they are still working here. Just say I'm still working here. All you just need to put there is I'm still working here. Don't put for professional advancement. Why? Did you leave there? I'm still working. I'm still working there. Leave it. It's only your past jobs that you can put the reason why you left there for personal and career development. The person I put the same thing for personal and career development. And this is our responsibility should be in bullet points, not in numbers. Bullet points. Remove all the numbers there. The same thing here. The same thing. The person puts for personal development and career. Look for something else instead of putting the same thing. It can't be moving like that because of career development. Yes, it's okay, but just look for something. Just be creative. So the supporting statements now. Don't worry, there's a session we did today. I have to cut it short. And the ATS, I think I shared about the ATS in the group. Where is it? Yes, the last video I shared. You go and watch that also. So even if you want to send me a DM, you're sending me a DM based on what you have watched, what you feel you don't understand there, and that makes life better for me than me having to go over it again and again. So that's it. I think that's all. Your reference, most important, your email, their email and all that. So that's it.
I thought the reference should be on request.
No, this one is no reference on request too.
Okay.
The reference must be there. Look at it. They have a space for them. They have a space for them. Reference must be there. At least 2 reference. That's what they require.
Okay.
2 reference, what they require. Okay. Another question before we call it tonight. You're welcome.
So please, I have one question.
Okay.
I wrote my CBT twice because the first
Yes.
time I failed the part B, I had to resit it. So
Yes,
does
ma'am.
that affect my chances of having a job?
No, ma. No, ma.
So that place,
Okay.
because I saw that person's application where the person filled in the CBT, because now my CBT carries different codes. So I have to put the 2.
No, you don't need to put the code. You don't even need to put the code. Even the person putting the code there. You don't need to put the code. Where is it?
So I'll just put CBT passed. Full stop.
CBT passed. Don't give yourself headache.
Okay.
CBT passed. Part A and part B passed.
Okay.
That's okay.
Nice.
Someone said they didn't even ask for it. This is just being creative. Adding it is just being creative about this application process. They didn't ask for it. They didn't say you should put it there. They also required and apply for what you would have just put there is just your PRN number, and that's okay. But just being creative, so at least they'll see that this person has gotten IELTS, he has gotten CBT, everything is complete. So that's it. That's why when they ask you how do you meet this criteria of a registered nurse or registered midwife, within the body of that stuff also you need to write this is that. So that's it. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? No question. So can I say good night now? Wait, who has not spoken here? Marian Ogechuku. Marian Ogechuku. Did I pronounce well? Good evening, ma.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Yes, ma. So how are we?
I'm fine.
So how's your application going, ma?
I'm just planning to write CBT.
Okay. That's good. That's good. What about your IELTS?
I've not written IELTS.
Okay, so prepare to write. Are you preparing for the IELTS also? Or you just want to finish your CBT first?
I'm preparing for both.
Okay, so for the IELTS, I have somebody I always recommend to people. Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Yes, people do pay for section for center to go and learn about, but this guy is an Indian guy, so that's just me recommending the right guy for the job. So the guy will give you updates, the exams you get at social point, at social time, the date you register, the kind of questions you expect, all those things. So you can also, the link is in the group. So you can also check him out while you are preparing, get abreast with the latest, and you can follow up. Maybe you have a friend that's writing the exam next week and say, follow this person or see this question. Now you come out, you'll be sure the person will say, it's something like that. That will give credence that yes, this person actually knows what he's doing. So I think that would help out also. Yes. That's it. Who else? Mr. John. Mr. John, unmute yourself. Or you want me to call your surname again? Or are you on duty? Mr. John. Mr. John O. Okay, Mr. John is sleeping. Okay, I think everybody has spoken for the night. So thank you, guys. See you.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night. See you in the next section. Next week, upper week, as the spirit leads.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Good night. So please. Long way for me. Thank you very much.
I'll to your DM if I encounter any problem.
Encounter any problem like what again?
I don't know. I'm new now.
Okay, no problem. No problem. You can come to the DM. No problem.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good night.